welcome to Bill Vining Arena on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University for tonight's Great American Conference game between the Ouachita Tigers and the Northwestern Oklahoma State University Lady Rangers. Good evening, everybody. This is Chris Babb. Thanks for joining us, filling in for Michael Westbrook, who had to attend to his teacher duties at parent-teacher conferences tonight. He'll be back Saturday when Ouachita hosts Southwestern Oklahoma State University. Just 3 nights ago, the Ouachita Tiger women's basketball team had a huge 73-71 victory over crosstown rival Henderson State as the Tigers broke a 71-all tie at the buzzer on a Claudia Van Zant layup. And tonight, the Ouachita Tigers host the Northwestern Oklahoma State Lady Rangers. Let's take a look at these two teams as we look at the standings in the Great American Conference, as we just have a couple of weeks left in the regular season. All teams trying to get above that threshold. The line there you see in the 8th seed. Northwestern Oklahoma State comes into tonight's game in a three-way tie for 4th place with an 8-7 record. Arkansas Tech and Oklahoma Baptist, the other two teams, tied at 8-7. Southwestern Oklahoma State, who is Ouachita's opponent for Saturday, is 2.5 games in first place ahead of Harding. Southern Nazarene in 3rd place. Henderson State and East Central at the bottom two spots that have qualified, that will looking to qualify for the tournament in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Southeastern Oklahoma State is tied for 8th, but East Central has a tiebreak, and Ouachita is a game and a half out of that last spot. Southern Arkansas and Arkansas Monticello round out the standings. Let's take a look at how these two teams match up as we come into tonight's game. Northwestern Oklahoma State 12-9 overall, 8-7 in GAC play. Ouachita 8-12 overall, 6-10 in the GAC. Last time out, Northwestern Oklahoma State, the Lady Rangers are coming off of a 79-74 win at East Central on Saturday. Monday night, as we just mentioned, Ouachita defeated Henderson State 73-71 in a game that was supposed to be played last Thursday but was postponed to Monday due to winter weather in the southwest Arkansas area. Northwestern Oklahoma State is 2-4 in its last 6 after 7 wins in a row, and Ouachita broke a 4-game losing streak with that win Thursday night at Henderson State. Statistically, let's take a look at how these two teams match up, as Northwestern Oklahoma State comes into the game averaging 72.1 points per game compared to Ouachita's 75. Northwestern Oklahoma State only giving up 63 points a game. The teams, you see the field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. The opponent's field goal percentage, not very much difference there. Ouachita, slight edge, 34% from three-point range. Almost 76% free throw shooting team is Northwestern's Oklahoma State, and that rebound margin is something that will be key to watch tonight. A 12 rebound differential. Northwestern Oklahoma State out-rebounding teams by 9.3, and Ouachita has a negative 3.3 rebound margin, although Ouachita has taken care of the ball more so than its opponents. It's about time for the starting lineups, and we will turn it over to public address announcer Casey Model as he honors America with the playing of our national anthem, as the Ouachita Tigers, under the head coach of Robert Dallimore, will look to make it 2 in a row here at Bill Vining Arena tonight. Let's turn it over now to Casey Model, public address. There you see the starting lineups for the Northwestern Oklahoma State Lady Rangers. Carly Craig, Kenzie Niederer, Scout Frame, Josina Frame, and Bailey Brown. A couple of GAC players of the week on that roster, Scout Frame and Bailey Brown. Those are the two that Ouachita will need to focus on. Take a look at the starting lineups for the Ouachita Tigers. A familiar starting lineup. It's the same one that we've seen regularly. A freshman from Bologna, 5'8" freshman guard, Lainey Mears. Wearing number 12 is Aspen Thornton, a 5'6" freshman guard from Hot Springs, Arkansas. A third guard in the lineup, Michaela Miller, a 5'6" junior guard from Little Rock. Nero Malou, the 6-foot freshman forward, getting the start again, a freshman forward from Grand Prairie, Texas. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 24, Kaylin Wright, a 5'9" senior guard forward from Wiley, Texas. Ouachita is coached by Robert Dallimore in its third year, assisted by Kayla Tucker. Northwestern Oklahoma State, coached by head coach Tasha Disselhorst and assisted by Jakira Ote, Randy Turney, Taylor Ellis, and Kinsey Doan. Ouachita trying to make it 2 in a row as looking to try to get back in that mix for the Great American Conference tournament, as the top 8 teams will make the conference tournament. Again, welcome to Bill Vining Arena. We're glad you're with us tonight. Chris Babb sitting in for Michael Westbrook as Ouachita and Northwestern Oklahoma State are underway. Ouachita controls the tip and looks to get things going against Northwestern Oklahoma State's zone defense. Aspen Thornton coming in leading the nation and the conference, 24.5 points per game. Lainey Mears, first shot up and no good. Rebound to the Northwestern Oklahoma State. These two teams met in Alva, Oklahoma on January 8th, and the Lady Rangers came up with a 78-59 victory over Ouachita. Good defense there by the Tigers, and a foul called on Bailey Brown. That's her first personal foul, first team foul on either team tonight. Double team coming out every time Aspen Thornton gets the ball. She's got to be looking for the double team. Miller goes baseline, spins, kick off to Malou, kick out to Thornton. Thornton, nice collapse on the dribble pickup. Mears is not going to get that one off, and a shot clock violation. On Ouachita. Ouachita flashes for the steal. Aspen Thornton almost comes up with it. But now the Lady Rangers have the ball with 15 left on the shot clock. There's Frame. Almost 5 seconds on the shot clock now. Pull up a deep three-pointer and a shot clock violation or a ball out of bounds either way. So neither team looking too smooth offensively early in the game. Skip pass, a dangerous skip pass. Thornton pull up jumper, good for Aspen Thornton. And Ouachita has the first points of the game. Another steal, Lainey Mears left all alone, and she will go in for the uncontested layup. A steal and a basket in transition for Mears, 2 for her, and it's 4-0 Ouachita. Turnover margin coming into the game was in favor of Ouachita, and so far we've seen 3 turnovers. Bailey Brown gets that loose ball, which was saved in bounds by Josina Frame, and Northwestern Oklahoma State is on the board. Inside to Nero Malou, shot high off the glass, no good. Bailey Brown with the rebound. Three-pointer left open, decided to pass it up. Mears almost flashes for the three-pointer on the way for Northwestern. And that is Kenzie Niederer. Niederer knocks down the 3. She is the team leader in three-pointers for Northwestern Oklahoma State. 42 of 115 for 36.5% on the season. Thornton, jump stop, middle of the lane, tried to go off contact. There was no whistle. Rebound to Northwestern Oklahoma State. Josina Frame kicks it back out to Bailey Brown. Ball fake, got the defender in the air. Now a skip pass. Bailey Brown almost lost it. She's going to back Michaela Miller down, and now a foul is going to be called on Kaylin Wright. That is the first foul on Kaylin Wright, first team foul. Jessie Bennett comes into the game for Ouachita. Bennett, the 5'3" senior guard from Leonard, Texas, as well as Claudia Van Zandt, a 6'1", a freshman forward from Stillwater, Oklahoma. Mentioned her at the outset. She had the game-winning layup on an assist from Aspen Thornton Monday night as Ouachita got the 73-71 victory over the Lady Reddies. Bailey Brown knocks down both of her free throws, and it is 6-4 Northwestern Oklahoma State. Skip pass to the backside. Jessie Bennett had a couple of big shots in that win against Henderson. Van Zandt to Thornton. Mears for 3. Right on line, just too strong. Van Zandt almost keeps that one alive, but Bailey Brown gets the rebound to a teammate, and Northwestern Oklahoma State sets things up with Camille Thomas running the point. Man-to-man defense from Ouachita. They got a cutter on the baseline. The shot is up from Niederer. She has 5 points, and it's 9-4 Lady Rangers. Thornton gets past defender, but in that zone, she's picked up by Brown, and that forces Thornton to get rid of the ball. Miller goes baseline, double team, skip pass to Thornton. Pull up from the baseline, no good. And Niederer has position on Van Zandt, gets the rebound. Northwestern Oklahoma State, 12-9 overall, 8-6 in the conference. Missed shot there. Michaela Miller on the move. No numbers. It's 2-on-4. And a foul is going to be called on Northwestern Oklahoma State. Camille Thomas. Michaela Miller did not have numbers there, but her speed was able to get past the defender, draw the foul, and it'll be Ouachita's ball out of the media timeout. 4 minutes, 53 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Northwestern Oklahoma State 9, Ouachita 4. We'll be back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
9-4, 4:53 left in the first quarter. Busy time around the world of college athletics at every campus, and Ouachita is no different. The Tiger baseball team was in action today, got a 9-3 win over Missouri Western. Bo Burson got his first win of the year, went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 earned runs, struck out 10 batters, and Ouachita got a win in the home opener of the 2022 season. Made it 2 in a row, got a victory against Rogers State Monday in Hot Springs. Turnover as the entry pass to Van Zant was knocked out of bounds. Bailey Brown on the left side for 3, good. Bailey Brown, the leading scorer for Northwestern Oklahoma State, averaging 18.3 points per game, and Coach Dallimore is going to call a 30-second timeout to regroup defensively. Southwestern Oklahoma State, 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 3 from three-point range, and they have jumped out to a 12-4 lead. Now, we mentioned the baseball team. We go back to that real quick. Offensively, Cade Burris with 3 for 5 with 5 RBI to lead the way for Ouachita. He had 3 of Ouachita's 9 hits. And the Tigers moved to 2-2 on the season. They will be in action every day the rest of the weekend. They'll play 1 game Friday, that's at 1 o'clock against Northwest Missouri State. On Saturday also at 1 o'clock against Pittsburgh State. And then Sunday at 1 o'clock against St. Cloud State University. All of those can be seen on osdn.live. This takes you to the YouTube channel where you're watching this game right now. Laney Mears out of the timeout. 3-pointer good for the freshman. Laney Mears has 5. And Ouachita needed that one in the worst way. It's 12-7. Ooh, Michaela Miller almost flashed for that steal. Couldn't quite get it. Foul is going to be called on Claudia Van Zant. Trying to guard Bailey Brown as Brown was dribbling to her left. The women's tennis team has its home opener this weekend as well. Busy weekend of broadcast for OSDN. Now Michaela Miller, as she was trying to flash for a steal, just knocked Camille Brown down. And that is the first foul on Michaela Miller. 3rd team foul of the first quarter on Ouachita. Bailey Brown again with the left-handed layup. Bailey Brown now has 9 of the 14 points. She's halfway to her average. Camille Brown called for a foul as they try to hedge out on Aspen Thornton. Mackenzie Schillmoeller comes into the game for Washington, came into the game at that last dead ball. Mackenzie, the 5'8" sophomore guard from Bedford, Texas. Schillmoeller averages 5 points, 2 rebounds a game. 38% three-point shooter on the season. Turnover on Ouachita. Laney Mears called for the traveling violation. Lauren Wright checks in for Ouachita now. Lauren, the 5'9" guard forward from Wiley, Texas, averages 5 points and 6 rebounds a game for the Tigers. Claudia Van Zant guarding Bailey Brown. They double down on her, kick out, 3-pointer on the way, no good. We have a foul, and now we have a discussion, so sometimes these end up coming over to the table to take a look, so we'll see what we have. They're going to the benches, so they are going to come back and take a look at this play, I believe. They did call a foul on Claudia Van Zant, and so they're going to come over and take a look and let them talk to the truck to see if we have it on the truck or if we have to look at it on YouTube.
Ouachita Athletics would like to thank the following sponsor who provided the pregame meal for the game administration this evening. And it's Chicken Express.
Did it already come down? I think Black had already got it.
Tiger Athletics.
We are watching on the shot. they watch the replay to see if they have a. Oh, they're going to watch it again. They're going to want to watch that play again. Here we go. Pull it up. Watching to see if there's any intent on the foul. Not. There we go on that shot. Might be looking to see. They're looking to see if there was anything with the right elbow, possibly. They looked from a couple of different angles, and so we'll see. Now they're going to look at it again, get the other official over here to look at that play again. And so the officials are watching what you are watching. We'll run that again. Here we go. So they're looking to see if it is an elbow from Claudia Van Zant on the spin move, and it was the baseline official who brought the two officials over to see if there was any contact, and now you see the officials talking on their screen. Good job by our student crew in the trailer bringing that to you. We'll have since we have a few minutes now, we will tell you that our crew of students, we had a couple of working baseball this afternoon. Chase Hartzell and Wyatt Ashlock who worked the baseball game, and a good crew here working this basketball game on cameras, Katie Tosh and Chop Burks, and also Priscilla Leverett. And then in the trailer, we have Chris Gay, Bailey Redden, Matthew Branch, and Wyatt Ashlock. So thanks to those students for getting that, and we'll see what the official call is. And they are looking at a swing of the elbow by Claudia Van Zant, and I'm afraid that he's wanting to call it. And now we have a decision.
Foul is confirmed on Washington's number 22, Claudia Van Zant. That is her second personal foul. Washington's fourth team foul of the period.
Trying to get the officials' attention to see if it was just a common foul, so I believe that's what they did say. It was just a common foul, no intent or no malicious or intentional foul called. So we're back to action. Aspen Thornton knocks that one away, and we're going to have a foul on Northwestern Oklahoma State. That's going to be on Scout Frame. Foul. The previous foul on Van Zant, I believe, was her second personal foul. And we're back to action. 14-7, under 3 to go here in the first quarter. Foul called on Northwestern again, Josina Frame. Would like to make note, Nero Malou checking back into the game for Washita. Just got this note from Brian Ramsey, Athletic Communications Director at Washita. Aspen Thornton needs 9 to hit 500 points for her career. Not bad for 3/4 of a season work. Michaela Miller is one of the other ones who's really provided an offensive spark for Washita. Came into the game averaging 16 points per game. She knocks those two down. And it's 14-9. Three-pointer from the right side, no good. Michaela Miller with the rebound. Not only does Michaela Miller average 16 points per game, she leads the team in rebounds, 6.2. Mackenzie Schulmoller for three, off to the right side of the rim, and it's Michaela Miller with the rebound. Called for a traveling violation. She gets applause from Coach Dallimore for the hustle. It's another rebound from Michaela Miller, who's listed at 5'6", one of the shortest on the floor, and she is the team leader in rebounds. She and Lauren Wright, the last few games, have gone back and forth with that team lead. Lauren Wright averaging 6 points per game, 6 rebounds per game. Nero Malou now guards Bailey Brown. Nice help from Lauren Wright and a traveling violation. Good help from the backside from Lauren Wright. Forced the turnover. And Ouachita has a chance to cut into this 5-point lead. It got kind of dicey early as Northwestern Oklahoma State jumped out to a big lead, 12-4. Since then, the Tigers have kind of slowed it down offensively, and just some miscommunication there between Schillmoeller and Mears. Pass was just a little bit too much to the right of Laney Mears, and it goes over to Ouachita. Michaela Miller will check back in at the next dead ball. As mentioned earlier, Bailey Brown, nice double from Nero Malou, and that's a tie ball. Another double from the backside. Forces, this time, last possession, it was a turnover. This time it was alternating possession. And so now the officials are going to talk about, they're talking about the shot clock. They're going to put 13 seconds on the shot clock as possession didn't change, and we're ready to go. Bailey Brown, there you see 9 points, 3 of 3 field goals, 2 of 2 free throws. Has not missed from the field. If you're Northwestern State and you believe in announcer jinx, you're upset that I just said it. Three-pointer rattles down and in for Kess Reeves, 17-9. So it was a big swing for Ouachita. They're able to get a couple of stops. Michaela Miller got tripped up. They didn't get seen. She got tripped on the penetration. Incidental contact there was the ruling, I believe. And the turnover gives the ball to Northwestern coming up on 1 minute to play, and Northwestern has a chance to have a double-digit lead. Bailey Brown inside, nice pass, and a foul's going to be called on Michaela Miller, and that's going to be the second foul on Michaela Miller.
Foul on the Lady Tigers, number 12, Aspen Thornton.
Oh, they called that on Aspen Thornton. My apologies. It's better for Ouachita because it must have been Thornton coming from the backside. You probably had a better shot at it than I did. I'm blocked by our monitor here at our broadcast position. First foul on Aspen Thornton. To the line for Northwestern Oklahoma State, Scout Frame. She shoots 77.1% from the free throw line coming in. Knocks down both of those. And it is a 10-point lead for Lady Rangers. Michaela Miller just slices through the Northwestern Oklahoma State defense, avoids the defenders, gets the layup to go from the left side. Cuts the lead to 8. Scout Frame is the reigning GAC Player of the Week. She has the ball now. Michaela Miller, man, hustle play. She forces a turnover. Michaela Miller, now a foul on Niederer, and that is Michaela Miller gets credit for that. Nero Malou and Lauren Wright were there, but Michaela Miller's all over the place. Rebounding, whether it's offensive, defensive rebounding, hustle play there, you see her diving on the floor. She came out for a quick breather, and then Coach Dallimore got her back in the game, and she is getting some quality minutes. Lauren Wright to the free throw line for Ouachita, 82.6% free throw shooter on the year for Ouachita. Knocks down the first one. We mentioned Scout Frame. She scored 25 points against East Central on Saturday. It was her 7th 20-point game of the season. She's the defending GAC Player of the Week. Wright misses that free throw. Rebound was to Andy Pierce. Now Reeves will walk it up in 15 seconds, no shot clock, and so Northwestern will play for the final shot. Here's Scout Frame. Inside to Bailey Brown. Good ball, kick out to Reeves. 3 seconds on the clock. Inside out game, no there, not there. Rebound to Michaela Miller, and that's kind of fitting for Ouachita.
Northwestern Oklahoma 19, your Lady Tigers 12.
Northwestern Oklahoma State leads Ouachita 19-12 at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back with the second quarter after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
(19-12) as you see Ouachita get the three-pointer there from Lainey Mears. That highlight was brought to you by the American Heart Association. 19-12 Northwestern Oklahoma State as we begin the second quarter. On the floor for Ouachita, Kaylin Wright, Michaela Miller, Lauren Wright, Jessie Bennett, and Claudia Van Zant. Zone defense, nice set, but now we're going to have an offensive foul on Claudia Van Zant. That's a tough one to go. It looked like she might have been in the restricted area. Regardless, now we have a traveling violation. Sure would like to see that one again, whether the defender was in the restricted area. Try to scroll back on my. Now we have a warning.
Warning on Ouachita head coach.
Coach Dallimore trying to see if he could get an explanation. Yeah, and she was in the restricted area. Wow. That was a good call by Brian Ramsey over here. She was in the restricted area. Now we have a foul on Ouachita as well. So Claudia Van Zant gets her third personal foul on the previous offensive possession. Now Michaela Miller picks up her, I'm sorry, that was Kaylin Wright, picked up her second personal foul.
Number 12, Aspen Thornton, subbing out number 10, Jessie Bennett, number 22, Claudia Van Zant, and number 24, Kaylin Wright.
Well, that's tough for Ouachita to have that offensive possession of the foul called as they were in the restricted area, but regardless, you got to watch the fouls. Already 2 fouls called in the first 30 seconds of the second quarter. Bailey Brown operating on Nero Malou. Shot up, in and out, no good. And a foul is called on Northwestern. That's going to be on Bailey Brown.
That is her second personal foul, and Northwestern's first
Second foul on Bailey Brown. That's something to keep an eye on as well. Lainey Mears left open for 3. Good for Lainey Mears. She knocks down her second three-pointer of the game. And it is 19-15. Giving this kick out there. Boy, Bailey Brown in the middle of the lane thought she'd try to take that when she kicked it out to Niederer. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Brown operating on Lauren Wright, spin in to Miller, and we have a traveling violation, another double from the backside. (19-15), Miller quickly up the floor. Running his zone, but you see there, as soon as Aspen Thornton caught the ball. Andy Pierce was right there. Lauren Wright traveled with the basketball.
Traveling, Washington.
And the ball goes back to Northwestern. Tigers have trailed by 10 twice. Lauren Wright saves that one out of bounds. Blocked shot by Nero Malou. And they're going to call that not on Malou, but on Lauren Wright.
Foul on the Lady Tigers, number 30, Lauren Wright.
So that is the first foul on Wright, third team foul on Washita, and so
subbing out number 15, Andy Pierce. Shooting for Northwestern, number 5, Scout Frank.
free throw no good from Scout Frame. Into the game, 77% from the free throw line. Makes 1 out of 2, and it's 20-15. They extend the zone out when Thornton or Mears catch the ball on the wing. Thornton misses that one, and Niederer gets the rebound. Brown in transition. Excuse me, I'm sorry, it's Camille Thomas, my apologies. Three-pointer no good from Niederer. Rebound Lauren Wright. Now Miller in transition. Mears pull up from just inside the three-point line, no good. Rebound Nero Malou. Nice kick by Miller to Thornton. Pull up jumper, can't get it to go. Rebound Scout Frame. Thomas, Frame, now Niederer. Niederer pulls up, that's too strong. And that draws nothing but the baseline. The ball will go over to Washita. 7:08 remaining
Subbing out number 3, Kinsey Niederer.
in the second quarter. Josina Frame into the game for Northwestern Oklahoma State now, replacing Niederer. On the floor for Washita, Lauren Wright, Michaela Miller, Aspen Thornton, Nero Malou, and Laney Mears. Thornton almost loses it, kicks it out to Wright for three. Right on line, just too strong. Tie ball, alternating possession will go to Northwestern Oklahoma State. Camille Thomas brings the ball up for the Lady Rangers, looking to extend this 5-point lead. Nero Malou fronting Bailey Brown, looking for backside help. They get it from Aspen Thornton. Brown's shot is no good. She controls the board, and now a foul is going to be called on Aspen Thornton.
Foul on the Lady Tigers, number 12, Aspen Thornton. That was her second personal foul, Marshall's 14th foul of the period.
Second foul on Aspen Thornton. 4 team fouls called on Washita. And so Northwestern Oklahoma State will be in the bonus the rest of the way until halftime. Three-pointer off, no good. Brown keeps that one alive over Malou. Now Camille Thomas penetrates down the middle of the lane, no good. Brown with the rebound. Brown has extended 2 possessions, and now she throws that one too strong for Josina Frame. Miller to a cutting Lauren Wright. Swings it around to Thornton. Michaela Miller pull up, no good. Rebound Lauren Wright. Left-handed layup, good for Lauren Wright. It's a 3-point game. 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Malou and Brown, that's a good battle down low. Malou trying to get position. Lauren Wright does a nice job of defense, and now Scout Frame catches that one on the defender on the high side. And Frame got that one to go, and it's back to a 5-point lead for Northwestern Oklahoma State. Mears from deep. That's going to be short. Quick possession for Ouachita. 2 subs for each team set to come in at the next dead ball. Brown one-on-one on Malou. Kick out. 3-pointer too strong. Rebound to Brown. She'll put it back and up and in. Bailey Brown has 3 or 4 offensive rebounds on the last 2 possessions for the Lady Rangers. She has 11 points and 4 rebounds. All those have come, 3 offensive rebounds, and they've all come on the last 2 possessions. Turnover, 2-on-2. Thomas kicks out. 3-pointer on the way from Josina Frame, way too strong. Rebound, Lauren Wright. Michaela Miller try to beat Northwestern Oklahoma State down the floor and does. Kicks it out to Lainey Mears. Dish off to Miller. Layup too strong. Gets her own rebound. Is knocked out of bounds by Northwestern Oklahoma State and Scout Frame. Media timeout, 4:12 remaining in the second quarter. Northwestern Oklahoma State 24, Ouachita 17. We'll be back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
It helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
4 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Northwestern Oklahoma State 24, Ouachita 17. Bailey Brown leading the way for Northwestern Oklahoma State with 11 points. Lainey Mears with 8 points. Neither team shooting great so far. So as soon as I say that, Lainey Mears knocks her third 3-pointer of the game down. Ouachita to that point was 6 of 19 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3-point range, now 3 of 9. Frame and Brown. Give and go, stolen by Mackenzie Jones. Just into the game at the dead ball. Mackenzie Jones, the freshman post from Kirby. Gets the turnover, and Ouachita has a chance to cut into this 4-point lead. Thornton, ball fake, high jumper, no good. Rebound, Northwestern Oklahoma State. Backdoor pass as Bailey Brown gets the pass from Frame and gets the basket to go. The nice set as they overloaded the right side of the floor and let Bailey Brown make a jab step to the top of the key and then go backdoor for the layup. She now has 13. Miller takes the pass from Kaylin Wright. Bailey Brown was there just enough to distract Miller, and the missed shot leads to a rebound for Northwestern Oklahoma State, and now Kess Reeves will walk it up and set up the Northwestern Oklahoma State offense. Trying to get the one-on-one with Bailey Brown and Mackenzie Jones. Instead, it's Scout Frame. Nice defense by Michaela Miller going straight up. Rebound, Mackenzie Jones. Miller quickly down the floor, and there's going to be a foul on Niederer. That is the first foul on Kinsey Niederer. I'm sorry, it's her second personal foul, second team foul called on Northwestern in the second quarter. Ouachita has been whistled for 4 fouls. The next foul would put Northwestern in the bonus. Mackenzie Jones controls that pass from Aspen Thornton, and a quickly another foul on Niederer, and that's 3. So both teams have one player each with 3 fouls. Kenzie Niederer for Northwestern Oklahoma State, she averages 8.6 and 8.6 points, 3.9 rebounds. She's averaging 25.5 minutes per game, and she has 3 fouls. For Ouachita, Claudia Van Zant picked up her 3rd foul on an unfortunate call that she was called for an offensive foul after a pass had gone over her head. Mackenzie Jones to the free throw line, knocks down the free throw, only her 17th attempt on the season. Mackenzie Jones has had double figures twice. Her breakout game was on January 20th against Southeastern Oklahoma State when she had 15. She scored 10 at Southern Nazarene last week, and she knocks those 2 free throws down to cut the Northwestern Oklahoma State lead to 4 at 26-22. Nice job by Mackenzie Jones as they tried to run the same set, and Bailey Brown tried to go backdoor. Jones didn't fall for the cut, the jab step to the top of the key, and the pass had already been made, but now Brown steals it on the other end. Ouachita can't take advantage of the turnover. Brown, top of the key, 3-pointer off to the right, and that's going to go out of bounds. Michaela Miller will check in. We have 1:40 to play. Ouachita shooting 31.8% from the field. Northwestern Oklahoma State 39. 33.3% for Ouachita from three-point range. 25% for Northwestern Oklahoma State. Neither team shooting well. 11 turnovers for Ouachita, 9 for Northwestern. Miller to Mears for 3. Is it 4? Yes, it is. Elaney Mears knocks down her 4th three-pointer of the night. The Northwestern Oklahoma State lead is only 1. Now Elaney Mears has 14 points. 14 of Ouachita's 25. 1 minute to go. Brown on Mackenzie Jones, and they call her for the foul, having 2 hands. Anytime the defender, this year we've seen it a lot, anytime the defender puts both hands on the offensive player, it's going to be called a foul. Mackenzie Jones whistled for her first personal foul. Bailey Brown to the free throw line, knocks it down. Brown, an 88.8% free throw shooter coming into the game. She's been to the line 125 times before tonight's game and made 111 of those. She's 2 for 2, or 4 for 4 tonight. She has 15 points. Has already made 115 free throws this year, only been to the line 129 times. Tremendous free throw shooter is Bailey Brown, 88.8% coming into the game, and that percentage has risen here in the first half. Aspen Thornton only with 2. Kick out to Mears, who has 15. She's had the hot hand tonight. Miller, 10 seconds on the shot clock to Thornton. Pull up from 17, short, no good. Rebound to Scout Frame. 28 on the game clock. I guess there's just about a second differential. 1 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And Northwestern will slow this one down and get the last shot. And Laney Mears gambles. Ouachita recovers. Thomas, kick out. Shot from the left side, too strong. Tipped into the hands of Laney Mears. 2 seconds on the shot clock, the game clock, the half-court heave is almost good for Michaela Miller, and that would have tied the game. But it doesn't go down, and this game is 3-point deficit, 28-25. Northwestern Oklahoma State leads by 3. We'll be back after a short break. It's 28-25 Northwestern Oklahoma State. It's halftime, and we will take a couple of commercials, and then after the commercial break, we'll have a package on the Reese's Senior Bowl. Last week, Ouachita senior cornerback Gregory Jr. across at Arkansas, a December graduate of Ouachita, was invited to the Reese's Senior Bowl. Greg was the first Ouachita representative to ever play in the Reese's Senior Bowl. Washita Sports Digital Network's Matthew Branch and Noah Grimes had a chance to go down and cover Greg Jr. at the Senior Bowl, and after this timeout, we'll have the package that features kind of a look at the Senior Bowl and a look at Greg Jr.'s prospects as he is trying to prepare for the upcoming NFL Draft in April. At halftime, Northwestern Oklahoma State 28, Washita 25. You're watching the Washita Sports Digital Network. We'll stop for commercials and then have a package about Gregory Jr. at the Reese's Senior Bowl after this timeout.
Getting directions to Washita Baptist University.
Washita Baptist University is located in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. It's just about an hour north of Texarkana off I-30. We're just minutes from trails, lakes, bluffs, rivers, so much to do in God's creation. Another great thing about our location is our proximity to so many cool cities. We're an easy weekend trip from Memphis, Northwest Arkansas, and Dallas, and only 30 minutes from Hot Springs and just an hour from Little Rock. While we have a rich social life here on campus, students will also take advantage of the many locations within a short driving distance for a weekend trip, whether it's to go home or to take a social weekend with friends.
It's been really nice to be able to get away for the weekend, whether that's to Little Rock or bigger cities like Dallas or Memphis or Nashville. This time last year, I went to a concert that was in Nashville, and it wasn't that bad of a drive going all the way from there to Arkadelphia.
What's really great about coming from Dallas, having friends that live in Arkansas, is that I get to show them around Dallas, which is a lot of fun because I get to show them my favorite coffee shops. They try new drinks, they go to places that they've never been before. The best part about going to Dallas for just a weekend trip is that you don't feel like you wasted a lot of time on the drive over there. The drive to my house is 3.5 hours. We don't have to go 10 hours to go somewhere fun. Another great city in Arkansas is Little Rock, and it's just an hour north, so it's not too far of a drive. And the best part about it is that I feel like every time I am in Little Rock, and anytime I spend time there, it definitely reminds me of home a little bit more.
One thing that's been really important to me is not just finding things to do, but it's been more about who I do these things with. There's just lots of little things that you don't necessarily realize that are going to have such a big impact on you.
Whether you're from Texas, Colorado, California, across the nation, or around the globe, there's going to be plenty to keep you busy here at Washita Baptist University.
And I'm really proud of Greg, what way he's practicing, and I even know last week was even better. I'm hoping tomorrow will be better for him, but no, I think there's 2 Division II players in the whole bowl practice and bowl week this week, so it says a lot about Greg Jr. and hopefully it'll be good for our program as well.
And how far has Greg come just in his time at Washita to make it to be able to play here with some of the top dogs in college football?
Well, Greg's always been a superior athlete, even from high school. I mean, he's statistically, he's hard to beat. He's a great student. He's got a good football IQ, and you put all that together with a 5-year career because of COVID. I mean, he's blown it out and really grown as a person as well.
He's grown a ton. When I got there March 7th of his freshman year, you just saw a kid, struggle walking and chewing gum from a DB coach's standpoint, man, and just every day. It wasn't semester, it was every day. You kind of saw him wanting to get better. He was wanting to learn. So it's been a blessing to coach him. He came in with a really good class. I know our record kind of shows that with that group of class. So I think, he wanted it, and that class was a special class. So he had the support. He got after it tough, man. And then when we had the COVID year off, you saw it change. and it starts going ×2 versus +1 every single day with him, and just kept getting better and better and better.
What all does he do to be that coachable player to get better?
Man, I think with Greg, man, he's a blessed kid mentally, and he can pick stuff up on the fly. And, you know, he's one of those guys, you know, he's from Crossett, Arkansas. You know, he's playing with a chip on his shoulder. You know, he had 2 or 3 offers out of high school, all Great American Conference high school, but he was just as fast, just as strong as everybody else. So for Greg, man, he's graduated with 3.55, so he's a smart kid. So now it's like I just need to learn football. What is actually this cover 3? What is a read step? What is this? And I think once he started to learn how football was actually played, he just took off. And you saw it his sophomore year when he started to take off a little bit. 5'11 and a half is 5'11 and a half. I don't care what stage you're on. You know, 200 pounds is 200 pounds. I don't care what stage you're on. 4.42 is 4.42 on the laser. I don't care who calls it. So be you. You know, you're a big, strong, smart kid, and just be you and don't look at the logo because that Washita helmet's out here just like it is with Ole Miss. So I think once he kind of relaxes that and realizes these people put their pants on just like me, I think he'll just take off and start to flourish.
It's just crazy how I watched them during the season on TV. It's just at the end of the day you gotta remind yourself that it's just football. At the end of the day, we both got to put on helmets, shoulder pads, and the jersey and cleats. So really, I mean, it's at that moment I was just like, wow, he's from Alabama or Ole Miss, like Power 5 school. But at the end of the day, it's just football. You just got to go out there and compete.
I mean, you look at Greg, first of all, he's a big kid, right? He's not one of those skinny guys playing corner. He's a really big kid at the cornerback position, and he shows that physicality on the football field. But he also has the athleticism and the light-footedness to really stick with guys in coverage. I think he's got some room to play, to grow, playing the catch point a little bit at times in certain situations. But outside of that, especially last week, I asked him, I walked up after practice, I was like, hey, Greg, has anybody beat you yet? He was like, yeah, 1 contested catch. But he was locked down all week out there, and he was one of the big, I don't want to say surprises, because we almost expected it because of how highly we thought Greg watching him on film.
So at the NFLPA game, Greg did a great job. He really had scouts talking and buzz and saying, hey, we want to see him getting in that mobile today. You know, had a little bit of nerves, I think, coming out, but hopefully he bounces back. So I think, you know, the biggest thing he needs to work on with him, number one, is just, hey, I don't care that I'm from D2. Whoever lines up across from me, I'm still better than them, and go out and dominate that way. And then secondly, kind of what we're hearing is just a little technique from scouts in terms of improvement. But he's going to test really well. He's very, very athletic. He's, you know, got some freaky abilities and, you know, very, very tenacious. So he's got a good set, just can improve a little bit to hopefully get to that point of drafting. It says a lot for him to even be here. And so now it's like, hey, let me grind it out. Let me show that not only should I be here, I deserve to be taken above some of these other guys. And that's really the next couple of days are going to be huge from that standpoint.
Last week, and I think yesterday, I was watching a lot of tracks, but I saw a little of him, and I think he showed once again that he belongs on the big stage. He belongs with the best seniors in college football.
Branch and Noah Grimes for taking their time to go down to Mobile, Alabama last week and cover Gregory Jr. in the Reese's Senior Bowl. OSDN will continue to cover Greg on his journey to the NFL Draft, which is April 28th through the 30th. There's a pro day on March 9th where we'll be able to catch up with Greg, hope to catch up with a couple of other players in that Senior Bowl. Jim Nagy, the executive director of the Senior Bowl, and on that pro day we'll catch Greg, and then also hopefully as the draft nears, we'll hear good news from his agent there. You saw Chris Turnage about the prospects of Gregory Jr. being drafted in the 2022 NFL Draft. We are at halftime. Northwestern Oklahoma State leads Washita 28-25. Let's take a look at some of the halftime statistics. First, the team stats you see there on your screen. Northwestern Oklahoma State shooting 36% from the field, 23.1% from three-point range. 3 of 13 from three-point range for Northwestern Oklahoma State, 9 of 25 from the field, 87.5% from the free throw line, 7 of 8 are the Rangers, 4 of 4 for Bailey Brown. She's been the most active at the free throw line for Northwestern Oklahoma State. For Washita, 8 of 24 from the field, 33.3%, 4 of 10 from three-point range for that 40% mark you see there, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 83.3%. Both teams have only missed one free throw. Only 14 free throws shot in this first half, although there have been several fouls called. And we'll take a look at the foul situation for Ouachita and Northwestern after we wrap up as we wrap up the stats. Northwestern Oklahoma State leads points in the paint 10-6. Northwestern Oklahoma State also out rebounding Ouachita by 3. You see the assists there, turnovers and points off of turnovers are pretty equal. Northwestern Oklahoma State has the 4-point advantage there on points off of turnovers. Individually, first for the Lady Rangers, Bailey Brown leads the way. She has 15 points, 5 of 8 from the field. She made her first 5 shots. She is 4 for 4 from the free throw line. She has 15 points and 4 rebounds. She is one of 3 Lady Rangers with 4 rebounds. Scout Frame and Kenzie Niederer each have 5 points for Northwestern Oklahoma State. Kess Reeves has 3 points. Only 4 Lady Rangers have registered points. There are 5 who have played but have not scored. For the Ouachita Tigers, only 1 player in double figures as well. Lainey Mears with 14 points, 4 points for Michaela Miller, 3 points for Lauren Wright, and 2 each for Aspen Thornton and Mackenzie Jones. 2.5 points is a season low for Aspen Thornton offensively. It's been Lainey Mears who's carried the brunt of the offensive production for Ouachita. Lainey 5 of 9 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3-point range. So both teams being paced offensively by 1 player and have a few other players who have pitched in a few baskets. Let's take a look at the foul trouble, as we mentioned, for Northwestern Oklahoma State. 1 player with 3 fouls, that's Kenzie Niederer. She has 3. 2 fouls for Carly Craig, and I believe I had been calling Carly Craig Camille Thomas. I did that a few times in the first half because on the roster we had Camille Thomas was wearing number 10, but tonight Carly Craig is wearing number 10, so I apologize to those fans who are saying, you dummy, that's not Camille Thomas, that's Carly Craig. You were right, and I discovered that at halftime. So 2 fouls for Carly Craig and Bailey Brown. For Ouachita, only 1 player with 3 fouls, that's Claudia Van Zant. She picked up 2 back-to-back on possessions, 3 fouls for Claudia Van Zant. Aspen Thornton and Kaylin Wright with 2 fouls, Michaela Miller, Lauren Wright, and Mackenzie Jones with 1 foul each. That's a look at your halftime statistics. Northwestern Oklahoma State 28, Ouachita 25. We'll take another break and we'll come back with the beginning of the second half in about 2 minutes. You're watching the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
We begin the second half, and Ouachita needs some more of what you see on the screen there. Lainey Mears has 4 3-pointers had 4 3-pointers in this first half. You see two of them right there, and Ouachita will start the third quarter with the ball. On the floor for Ouachita to start the third quarter, Aspen Thornton, Kaylin Wright, Lainey Mears, Nero Malou, and Michaela Miller. Lainey Mears into Nero Malou. Malou gets her first basket of the game, and it's 28-27. Carly Craig answers quickly with her first basket of the game. Another give and go. Nero Malou can't get that one to go. Rebound controlled by Scout Frame. Carly Craig pushing it for Northwestern Oklahoma State and now pulls it back out. Niederer fakes the three. Now ball into Bailey Brown. 15 points in the first half. Guarded by Malou. The up and under. Bailey Brown in and out, no good. Good defense by the freshman. And that is a big foul for Northwestern Oklahoma State. That is her third personal foul. And that foul comes a minute and 1 second into the third quarter. That was tremendous defense by Nero Malou. The up and under, the ball fake and the up and under didn't go for Bailey Brown. Thornton out to Miller. Kick out to Mears. See Carly Craig respecting Mears from outside. Pull up from Michaela Miller from the baseline. Won't go. Rebound Brown. Brown now with 5 rebounds for Northwestern Oklahoma State. I sure thought she had more than that because she had 2 possessions where she had 3 offensive rebounds. Now Brown on Malou again. This time Brown faces up, and it's a skip pass to Craig. Scout Frame. Nice flash by Nero Malou. Gets the steal. Michaela Miller 1-on-2. Kicks it back out to Aspen Thornton. Pull up from 17 on the right side. Off, no good. Rebound Northwestern Oklahoma State, and that was Andy Pierce. Aspen just can't get it going offensively to this point. 1 of 8 from the field. Ouachita with 8 steals, almost 9. Brown to Craig on the left side. That's off to the right. Rebound controlled by Kaylin Wright. Up to Aspen Thornton. Thornton on Craig. Dish off to Michaela Miller. Foul on Carly Craig. And Michaela Miller will go to the free throw line. Good 2-on-1 move there. You got to respect you got to honor Aspen Thornton's ability to score. They came at Aspen. She dished off to Michaela Miller. And Michaela got fouled and will go to the free throw line, where on the season she's 61% free throw shooter. Knocks that one down. She has 5 points. Make it 6, and it is a 1-point game. Good start the first 2.5 minutes of the third quarter for Ouachita. Niederer on the far side, helping her coach, trying to get her teammates in position from the bench. Stepped on the baseline. That was as good as a steal. That's a turnover. And Josina Frame got in the air, couldn't do anything with it, but she stepped on the baseline before that. Checking into the game for Northwestern Oklahoma State is Kenzie Dixon, returning into the game. She played in the first half but did not register any points, and she replaces Josina Frame. Mears had the hot hand in the first half. They step out on her just a little bit more than they might have. Nice look from Mears to Miller. 17-foot pull-up jumper, too strong. Right on line, just too strong. And a foul is called on Nero Malou. That's her first personal foul. First team foul of the third quarter. Claudia Van Zant set to check in at the next dead ball for Ouachita. She has 3 fouls. It's the Bailey Brown controlled that pass. She was double teamed and couldn't get the shot from point blank range to go. Kaylin Wright with the rebound. Still a zone defense from Northwestern Oklahoma State. Mears hurt that zone in the first half from outside. Miller can't get it to go. Ouachita just not shooting tremendously from the field. Michaela Miller does a nice job of retreating, and probably not the pass Northwestern Oklahoma State wanted there. Ouachita knocks it out of bounds. Into the game for Ouachita, Claudia Van Zant, the freshman post. She played good minutes in the first half, but got called for 3 fouls. Lauren Wright also back into the game for Ouachita. Good inbounds play. Missed shot from Scout Frame, but Michaela Miller is going to be called for the foul on the rebound. Second personal foul on Miller. Second foul of the quarter. Thornton, Van Zant, Mears, Miller, and Lauren Wright on the floor. 6 on the shot clock, looking for Brown. Nice job by Claudia Van Zant of not fouling, but that is a good shot by Bailey Brown. She has 17 points now, and the lead is back to 3 for Northwestern Oklahoma State. That's the 4th foul on Bailey Brown. Michaela Miller went right at her, and that is 4 fouls on Bailey Brown, and Coach Dallimore gives a little pump of the fist. On the other end of the court, Coach Tasha Disselhorst does not pump her fist. She's frustrated because now she has to take Bailey Brown out. That was her 4th personal foul with 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. That's a big asterisk by that timestamp to see if Ouachita can take advantage of it. But you got to take care of the ball. Turnover gives the ball back to Northwestern Oklahoma State. Take a look at that. When Bailey Brown gets her 4th foul, Northwestern Oklahoma State was up 32-29. Offensive, the ball's everywhere. Missed shot from Niederer. Now we have a traveling violation. They're going to reset the shot clock. Now they're going to stop and talk to the players and tell them to be nice to each other. Now we're back to action. That's how Northwestern Oklahoma State wanted that inbounds play to go. It worked nicely as they had a 2-on-1 situation. Ouachita jumped the pass. It left an open for 3. It didn't quite go, and Ouachita couldn't take advantage. Mears misses a 3-pointer. And now Northwestern Oklahoma State has the ball and a chance to extend the 3-point lead. Scout Frame faces up on Michaela Miller. Jump shot from 15, no good. Rebound Miller. Nice screen by Van Zant. Skip pass to Thornton. They double team Thornton when she breathes, and she tried to find Van Zant on the pick and roll and couldn't get it to go. Coach Disselhorst imploring Craig to slow it down and set up the play. There's a traveling violation. That was an unforced error. It was just a little flash of defense from Aspen Thornton that forced that traveling violation. Media timeout, we'll take it. 4 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Northwestern Oklahoma State 32, Ouachita 29. Back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
32-29. The Lady Rangers lead Ouachita by 3. And Ouachita has the ball. Still the zone defense from Northwestern. Wright kicks out to Mears. She pulls up from the baseline. Gets it out to Thornton. 10 on the shot clock. Mears from the corner, no good. Offensive rebound to Mears, kept alive by Lauren Wright, and a foul is going to be called on Kinsey Dixon. Lauren Wright kept that one alive. And Lainey Mears was there. The foul was called on Dixon. 4 fouls called against Northwestern Oklahoma State in this third quarter. The next one will put Ouachita at the free throw line. 4 out, 1 in against this zone. Miller.
Traveling, Ouachita.
Another miscommunication by the officials. Ball goes over to the officials, to the Northwestern Oklahoma State. It's one of those calls where one official has one call, the other one has another one, and, and whoever it goes against is going to not be happy. 3-second violation called on Northwestern Oklahoma State. Coach Disselhorst not happy with her players. She saw it happen as well. She saw the 3 seconds, and so back-to-back turnovers. And we're right back where we were when we came back from the media timeout. Nero Malou into the game for Ouachita. Lauren Wright now. Kick out to Miller. Pull up from 17 off to the right. Rebound Niederer. Neither team shooting well at all at the half. The percentages were in the 30s. Offensive rebound, control. Now we have a foul, and that's going to be on Kinsey Dixon, as that's just a hustle foul. That's nothing she could really do about that one. That's really kind of an unfortunate foul to be called on Kinsey Dixon. She went diving for the ball right in front of us, and she just happened to be under Lauren Wright. Lauren Wright's going to walk that one off. Jacina Frame into the game for Northwestern Oklahoma State. Lauren Wright going to the free throw line.
Lauren Wright.
Lauren Wright, an 82.6% free throw shooter coming into tonight's game, and can't get that one to go. Ouachita 27% from the field. Northwestern Oklahoma State 31%. Both teams only missed 1 free throw in the first half, but Ouachita misses those 2 right now, 7 of 10. Craig for 3, good. Craig has 5 points, all in the second half, and the Northwestern Oklahoma State lead is 6. Foul is going to be called on Scout Frame. That's her second personal foul. And Michaela Miller will go back to the free throw line. Miller has 6 points tonight. Ouachita was 7 of 8 at the free throw line in the first half. Miller knocks that one down. It's her third free throw. In the second half, she's 5 of 5 from the line. Now make it 6 of 6. Miller has 8 points now. The lead for Northwestern is back to 4. Nice screen by Niederer. Lainey Mears gets her hands on that pass from Craig. Kick out. Nice ball fake. Mackenzie Jones back into the game for Ouachita. Swing pass. Niederer, three-pointer from the corner. Too strong. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Northwestern Oklahoma State. Mackenzie Jones checked into the game at the last dead ball, and now Aspen Thornton will come in for Ouachita, replacing Lainey Mears. So on the floor for Ouachita, Lauren Wright, Michaela Miller, Aspen Thornton, Mackenzie Jones, and Nero Malou. Man-to-man, almost decent. They drop back into that zone. Nice look from Malou, but it wasn't there. And another turnover for Ouachita gives the ball to Northwestern Oklahoma State. Craig, kick out. Aspen Thornton flashes for that, and Thornton on Craig, one-on-one. Pull up from the baseline, no good. Out of bounds. They'll say that Lauren Wright knocked that one out of bounds. Chalk up that possession as a victory for Carly Craig in the one-on-one. Retreating, getting back, not fouling, and forcing the missed shot. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Four-point lead for the Lady Rangers. Niederer, an offensive foul on Northwestern. If that's on 3, that is 4. Wow, that's a big call to go against Northwestern Oklahoma State as Niederer now picks up her 4th. So foul trouble for Northwestern Oklahoma State. Bailey Brown, the team's leading scorer with 18 points and 8 rebounds per game, is out with 4. She'll come back at some point, but out for now with 4. And Niederer, averaging 8.6 per game, is out with 4 fouls. Ouachita will have to get a shot off. We're going to try to get the right at the shot clock buzzer, so there's not much time for Northwestern, but a turnover. Gives the ball, and Aspen Thornton gets the steal back and gets a layup with 10 seconds left. Aspen Thornton gets her 4th points of the game. On the other end, Northwestern can't get the layup to go. Nice flash defense by Mackenzie Jones. And that is the end of the third quarter. Northwestern Oklahoma State 35, Ouachita 33. Back with the fourth quarter after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
Come on! Go, Diane! Yeah, keep it going! Yeah! Go, honey!
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane! Woo! You got this!
Aspen Thornton there ends the third quarter with a steal and a layup to cut the Northwestern Oklahoma State lead to 2 as we start the fourth quarter. Let's take a look at some of the statistics. Ouachita, 10 of 35 from the field, 28.6% from the field. Northwestern Oklahoma State, 12 of 37, just under 33%. Neither team shooting well from three-point range. 4 of 18 for Northwestern Oklahoma State, 4 of 12 for Ouachita. Team shooting decent at the free throw line. Northwestern Oklahoma State 7 of 8. Washita 9 of 12. It'll be Carly Craig, Kenzie Dixon, Kess Reeves, Scout Frame, and Bailey Brown starting things off in the fourth quarter. Brown playing with 4 fouls. For Washita, Michaela Miller, Aspen Thornton, Claudia Van Zant, Mackenzie Schillmoeller, and Lauren Wright. Brown has the double. Frame cuts to the basket. Went away from the double team. Bailey Brown found Scout Frame on the block. The foul is going to be called on Michaela Miller. That's her 3rd personal foul. Scout Frame to the free throw line, 77% on the season, 64 of 83. She had 5 points in the first half, and that is her first point in the second half. Knocks both of those down, and it's back to a 4-point lead. For the Lady Rangers. There's the double on Thornton. Only 4 points tonight. The nation's leading scorer. Pull up in the middle of the lane, no good. Rebound kept alive by Van Zandt, and now a tie ball as Miller, Schillmoeller, and it looks like it was, for Northwestern Oklahoma State, it was Kess Reeves. Tied that one up, and it'll be Washita's ball. Now they're going to decide what to do on the shot clock. It is 20. Miller will trigger the inbounds pass. She gets it to Thornton from the baseline. Good for Aspen Thornton. She has 6 points. And the lead is 2 for the Lady Rangers. Wow, Lainey Mears knocks that one out of the hands of Kess Reeves. Mears left side to Thornton. Skip pass to Schillmoeller for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, Bailey Brown. Craig finds a streaking Scout Frame, gets behind the Washita defense, caught someone sleeping, and Scout Frame now has 9 points, and that was a big defensive miscue. Lainey Mears for 3, too strong, no good. Schillmoeller taps it to Van Zandt, layup, no good. Rebound, Scout Frame, and a foul on Schillmoeller. That's the first foul on Mackenzie Schillmoeller. Second team foul of the period. 1 minute, 43 seconds into this fourth quarter. Washita has been called for 2 personal fouls. Kaylin Wright checks into the game for Washita, replacing Michaela Miller. Washita can't get over that 2-point hump. They can get the lead down to 2, but now it's going to be 6 because Scout Frame cut back door. Got her second straight layup. She has 11 points now, and it's a timeout, Washita. 2 defensive breakdowns for Washita, and 4 straight points have made it 41-35. Full timeout, we'll take it with them. 7:56 remaining in the fourth quarter. Northwestern Oklahoma State 41, Washita 35. Back after this timeout on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
At the time, I just wasn't thinking. I used social media to vent. I wish I would have thought about the effects of scaring people. I didn't mean for that to happen. People took it as a terrorist threat. The university got shut down. I got arrested by the FBI. And now, I don't know what my future looks like. I search my name on the web almost every day and look at the stuff. It's not going away. Think before you post.
Defensive breakdowns on the last couple of possessions for Ouachita have allowed Northwestern Oklahoma State to extend this lead back to 6. It was 2 layups from Scout Frame as she got behind the Ouachita defense in transition, and then she took advantage of a double team, went back door on the last possession, and it's 41-35. Schillmoeller, Mears, Thornton, Kaylin Wright, and Claudia Van Zant on the floor for Ouachita. Mears from deep. Good for Lainey Mears. Lainey Mears with her 5th three-pointer of the night for Ouachita. Man, 4 of those in the first half. She has 17 points. The freshman from Bologna heating it up. Niederer, fadeaway jumper from the baseline, no good. Mackenzie Schillmoeller was there to show without fouling. Thornton to the middle of the lane, no good. Van Zant flies in, and it'll go out of bounds. Last touch by Van Zant. And the ball will go to Northwestern Oklahoma State. Carly Craig will walk it up and set up the Ranger offense. Kess Reeves guarded closely by Mears. Bailey Brown playing with 4 fouls. Craig to Scout Frame, the reigning GAC Player of the Week, operating on Kaylin Wright. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Bailey Brown with a rebound, and that foul is going to be on Claudia Van Zant of Ouachita, and that is her 4th. Nero Malou will check in for Van Zant. 4 fouls on Van Zant for Ouachita, 4 fouls on Bailey Brown, but Coach Disselhorst is keeping Bailey Brown in there, trusting that she can play disciplined defense and offense with those 4 fouls. Van Zant a freshman, Bailey Brown a senior. Nice spin move from from Scout Frame, but a foul is going to be called as Nero Malou came from the backside and tried to block the shot. She is called for her 2nd foul. 4th team foul on Ouachita in the 4th quarter. So for the remaining 6:24, Northwestern Oklahoma State will be in the bonus, go to the free throw line every time Ouachita fouls. Frame knocks that one down. Had 5 in the first half. She has 7 in the second, now make it 8, 13 for the game. Michaela Miller checks in for Ouachita. Miller replaces Schillmoeller. Thornton, cut off by Frame. Underneath the Malou, counted, and the foul for Nero Malou. Give the assist to Aspen Thornton. And that foul is on Frame. 3rd foul on Frame.
Northwestern's 1st team foul of the period. To the line for the Lady Tigers, number 15, Nero Malou.
Ouachita 9 of 12 from the free throw line. Malou gets the old-fashioned 3-point play. She has 5 points, all in the second half, and it is a 2-point game. As poorly as Ouachita has shot, they've stayed in it. They're right there, thankfully, just because Northwestern Oklahoma State has not shot that well either, frankly. Nice kick out from Brown, 3-pointer from Niederer, and that was a good offensive possession. That was a good pass from Bailey Brown to Niederer, and Niederer stepped into it and knocked it down from the top of the key, and the lead is back to 5. High arcing skip pass to Mears, back to Miller. And a foul is going to be called. 2 hands on the offensive player. That was on Kess Reeves, her 1st foul.
Northwestern's 2nd team foul of the period.
2nd team foul.
Andy Pierce, subbing out number 11, Kess Reeves.
Low-scoring game here between Ouachita and Northwestern Oklahoma State. Skip pass for Mears. was too tall. Goes out of bounds. Northwestern Oklahoma State second in the conference in scoring defense, only giving up an average of 63.8 points. Braley Brown with a nice pump fake and the up and under. That is Brown's first basket of the second half, 17 for the game. As mentioned, Northwestern second in the conference, only giving up 63 points per game. Another call with two hands on the offensive player. Officials really like that this year. That foul is on Pierce, her first. Northwestern in the middle of the pack, scoring 72 points per game. Ouachita scoring 75. Safe to say, neither of those teams will get to that point today. Mears sees the double team. Gets under, layup, good for Laney Mears. Laney Mears now with 19. Lead is back to 5, but you got to get a stop. Carly Craig high off the glass, no good. Michaela Miller tipped it. It goes into the hands of Scout Frame. A late whistle as a foul is called on Nero Malou. Calls a hand to the side of the face. That's her third personal foul. Media timeout will take it. 4:41 remaining in the fourth quarter. Northwestern Oklahoma State 48, Ouachita 43. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Considering an online pharmacy? Explore BeSafeRx to find useful information and resources to help you purchase medicines safely online. A safe online pharmacy requires a doctor's prescription, has an address in the United States, has a licensed pharmacist, and is licensed by a state pharmacy board. It's best to stay away from online pharmacies that don't meet these criteria. Discover more helpful tips and resources at BeSafeRx. Go to fda.gov/BeSafeRx.
Aspen Thornton finds a cutting Nero Malou. She goes to the line and got the and one, and Ouachita is going to need a few more of those as they're going to come back from this 5-point deficit. 48-43. Lady Rangers lead by 5. Scout Frame to the free throw line for 2 shots. Northwestern Oklahoma State tied for 4th in the conference with Arkansas Tech and Oklahoma Baptist at 8 and 7. 12 and 9 overall. Ouachita, a game and a half out of that 8th spot that would qualify for the GAC tournament. Frame knocks down both of those. She has 10 points in the second half, 6 of those at the free throw line. Michaela Miller keeps her balance, gets about out to Laney Mears, out to Thornton. Miller penetrates baseline. And a foul is going to be called on Scout Frame. I just read Coach Disselhorst's lips. She said they are calling everything, and I would agree with her on that. That was not much impeding Michaela Miller's progress. But nevertheless, the foul was called on Scout Frame. That's her 4th. So now for Northwestern Oklahoma State, Bailey Brown, Scout Frame, Kenzie Niederer all have 4 fouls. And all 4 of those are on the floor right now. But with 4 minutes, you can't take them out. Aspen Thornton pull-up jumper, can't get it to go. Mackenzie Jones keeps it alive into the hands of Kaylin Wright. And there's going to be a foul on Kenzie Niederer, and that's going to be her 5th. So Kenzie Niederer has just fouled out. She becomes the first player to foul out of tonight's game.
That is her 5th personal foul. And Northwestern's 5th team.
There are a few more right behind her.
Northwestern number 20, Josina Frame. Fouling out number 3, Kenzie Niederer. Shooting for Ouachita.
To the line for Ouachita, Kaylin Wright. Hasn't been to the line very often this season, only 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Missed the first few games. And gets that one to go. 50-44, and here comes pressure from Ouachita. Laney Mears knocks the ball out of the hands of the Lady Ranger, and a timeout is called by Scout Frame.
Northwestern.
Coach Dallimore asking for a push-off. And now he's trying to report the timeout. He doesn't know who called it. 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. 50-44, 6-point lead for Northwestern Oklahoma State. 3:56 remaining. Both teams are in the bonus, so any fouls will send both teams to the free throw line for 2 shots the rest of the way. And the way this one has gone, that could be quite a few trips to the free throw line. There you saw what Dallimore might have been talking about. I'd like again to thank our students who are working tonight: Priscilla Leverett, Katie Toss, Chop Burks, Bailey Redden, Wyatt Ashlock, Chris Gay, and Matthew Branch. That was off the top of my head. I didn't write it down, and if I missed anybody, I'm sure I'll hear about it between games. Mackenzie Jones guards the inbounds pass. Aspen Thornton comes for a steal, but it's not. It's a 3-on-1. Scout Frame, rather than going up for the layup, decides to pull it out and reset the Ranger offense. Now there's 10 on the shot clock. Bailey Brown pushing up Mackenzie Jones, asking for the ball. Now she gets it. 2 on the shot clock. Shot clock violation as that ball did not hit the rim. I'm not too sure they got it off in time, but it was close. They let it play. Regardless, it was a shot clock violation, and Ouachita has a chance to make this a 1-possession game. Three-pointer, Laney Mears can't get it to go. Oh, Michaela Miller and Mackenzie Jones were battling for the offensive rebound, and neither one of them could control it. Northwestern Oklahoma State with the rebound. Timeout.
Northwestern.
Rangers, 30-second timeout. Keep it here again. Take a look at some of what's coming up on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. This weekend it is baseball and basketball, and we've got plenty of it for you here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Tomorrow, Friday, the baseball team will play Northwest Missouri State beginning at 1 o'clock at Rab Rogers Field. The baseball team got a big 9-3 win over Missouri Western today. Saturday, we have baseball and basketball at 1 o'clock. You can watch baseball against Pittsburgh State or women's basketball at 1 o'clock. The men will follow at 3 o'clock as the Tigers will welcome Southwestern Oklahoma State. On the women's side, the Southwestern Oklahoma State team 13-2 in the conference, 19-4 overall. The top team in women's basketball coming to Bill Vining Arena Saturday. And then on Sunday, the baseball team finishes the 4-game weekend with a game against St. Cloud State, and that first pitch is set for 1 o'clock. And as always with spring sports, well, any sport these days, those are subject to change. Stay tuned to Ouachita Sports Digital Network and OBUTigers.com for any changes. Scout Frame gets the shot up, no good. Bailey Brown with the rebound. They reset the shot clock, but the ball never hit the rim, so be ready for that replay in the truck. And so let's see if they decide to come over here. No, they're not going to, and so they're just going to set the shot clock to 13. It was a good catch by the officials. That ball hit the backboard, but it did not hit the rim, and so the shot clock was reset to 20 on the offensive rebound, but they said that it should not have been, so they put it at 13. Brown on Van Zant. Nice flash by Kaylin Wright, but it went right into the hands of Scout Frame. The double team was there. The ball was loose. It goes into the hands of Scout Frame, and she has been everywhere on the offensive end of the floor in this second half. Aspen Thornton for 3 is short. Rebound, Carly Craig. Scout Frame had 5 points in the first half. She has 12 in the second half. 17 for the reigning GAC Player of the Week. Bailey Brown has 19. Together they have 36 of the 52 points. Hearing Coach Dallimore talk today during shoot-around, he said it's going to be 30 and 5. And he was right. It's been Bailey Brown, number 30, and Scout Frame, number 5, who have carried the load for Northwestern. Missed shot there, the loose ball, last touch by the Lady Rangers, and Ouachita needs something to go offensively. Down 8 with only 2 minutes to go. Mears with 19, up and under layup, can't get it to go. Miller tips the rebound, it goes into the hands of Northwestern Oklahoma State. Rather than try the layup, they'll pick up the dribble, and a timeout is called. Coach Disselhorst not really pleased with the way that one turned out, because it looked like Northwestern Oklahoma State had a 3-on-1 with the ball carrier with the advantage. Instead, they picked up the dribble, and they have to call the timeout. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here, 52-44. The possession arrow is with the Lady Rangers. As we mentioned, both teams are in the bonus, so it's free throws the rest of the way. It has not bore out like we thought it might a couple of minutes ago. There not have been as many free throws as we thought there could have been. Take a look at the foul trouble for both teams. For Northwestern Oklahoma State, Kenzie Niederer has already fouled out. Bailey Brown and Scout Frame each have 4 personal fouls. No other player has more than 2. For Ouachita, Claudia Van Zant with 4 fouls, Nero Malou with 3, as well as Michaela Miller. She also has 3, and nobody else for Ouachita is in foul trouble. There, as you see, Michaela Miller drive to the lane and draw a foul on Scout Frame. Northwest Oklahoma State has the ball. Carly Craig triggers the inbounds pass. Michaela Miller will come out and pressure. A lot of attention being given to Bailey Brown. We have an offensive foul. No, they're calling that on Kaylin Wright.
That is her
Third personal foul on Kaylin Wright. I was looking at the post battle between Brown and Van Zant, maybe wishfully thinking that the foul was called on the ball, and Kaylin Wright is whistled for her 3rd foul. Scout Frame to the free throw line. Only the 2nd miss on the night for Northwestern. Frame knocks that one down, and the lead is now 9. 3 possession lead, minute and a half to go. Michaela Miller misses the contested layup. Nice job by Bailey Brown of showing but not fouling. And then a foul is called on the rebound. That's on Andy Pierce of Northwestern, her 2nd. Claudia Van Zant to the free throw line. Knocks down the first one. Good looking free throw shooter. Not the best percentage on the team, but that was a good looking free throw. That's her first point of the game. 2nd free throw. Looked good too, just a little too strong. Rebound, Bailey Brown. Craig to Scout Frame. A little bit of keep away from Northwestern to try to bleed some more of this clock. And now Scout Frame gets loose, the ball fake, and gets the layup to go. Frame, the reigning GAC Player of the Week, has made it count in the second half. Michaela Miller gets that one to go. Coach Dallimore calls a timeout. Miller has 10 points now for the game. Her first field goal of the second half. She had 8 in the second half, 4 from the free throw line. Individually, let's take a look at the leaders for both teams. Northwestern Oklahoma State, 20 points from Scout Frame. She just overtook Bailey Brown, who has 19 with that last layup. Only 3 other Lady Rangers have scored. Niederer with 8, Craig with 5, and Reeves with 3. For Ouachita, Lainey Mears with 19, Michaela Miller with 10, Aspen Thornton with 6 points tonight, Nero Malou with 5, Lauren Wright 3, Mackenzie Jones 2 and 1 point each for Kaylin Wright and Claudia Van Zant. 53 seconds remaining. Ouachita trails by 8. out of the timeout. It will be Northwestern Oklahoma State ball. And Ouachita will apply full court pressure to try to force the issue. Craig has thrown some deep passes, so you wonder if Northwestern might send someone streaking down the lane or down the floor. Instead, they get it to Frame. Northwestern Oklahoma State breaks the pressure, and Aspen Thornton is called for the foul. Her third personal foul. And to the free throw line will be Andy Pierce, a 90% free throw shooter, 18 of 20 on the year. 318 of 420 is this team, this Ranger team, from the free throw line on the season. Free throw is good for Andy Pierce, her first point of the game. Second one good as well. 10-point lead for Northwestern Oklahoma State, the largest it's been in a long time, and unfortunately for the Tigers, it comes with only 40 seconds remaining in the game. Aspen Thornton for three, can't get it to go. Van Zant with the rebound, and a foul is called on Scout Frame, and that is her fifth personal foul. Now they're going to talk about it and decide who the foul was called on, and now they're going to change it to 15.
Correction, fouls on number 15, Andy Pierce.
That's her first.
That is her third personal foul.
Or third. My apologies on that. Wrote it on the wrong line. Looking at the season box score, and there are two Andy Pierces listed as number 15, and I've been writing fouls on both of them. Ouachita gets one of two from the line. And Thornton called for her fourth personal foul.
Shooting for Northwestern, number 10, Carly Craig.
Thornton now has four. Carly Craig to the free throw line for the Rangers. Knocks it down. It's back to a 10-point lead for Northwestern Oklahoma State, which will move to 9-7 overall. 9-7 in conference, 13-9 overall. And they, depending on other results, they have kept pace with Arkansas Tech and Oklahoma Baptist at least. Those two teams are playing each other tonight. So either Arkansas Tech or Oklahoma Baptist will slip to fifth place. That'll be it. Your final score. Now we're gonna have a
technical foul on Washington, number 22, Claudia Van Zant. That is her fifth.
Now be ready for a review. They're not gonna review. They called a tripping foul on. Now they're gonna come over and look, see if.
And the play is under review.
They're going to be reviewing the trip with 6 seconds left. We're going to come look for a review. Look over. They've called the foul on Claudia Van Zant for tripping. He said he gave the swipe the leg move, and so it's an intentional foul.
Jones fouling out number 22, Claudia Van Zant. Shooting for Northwestern, number 30, Bailey Brown.
Brown at the free throw line gets it to go. And gets the second one to go as well. And so now Shirley will be able to run the final 6.8 seconds off. Your final score, Northwestern Oklahoma State 61, Ouachita 48, as the Northwestern Oklahoma State Lady Rangers move to 13-9 overall, 9-7 in conference play. Ouachita falls to 8-13, 6-11 in conference play. The Tigers will be back on the floor here at Bill Vining Arena on Saturday at 1 p.m. against Southwestern Oklahoma State University. We will see if Coach Dallimore is going to come over and visit. As we would do that, let's go over some of the final stats. First, for team stats, Ouachita finishes the game 15 of 52 from the floor, 28.8%, 37.5% for Northwestern Oklahoma State. Both teams finished 5 of 19 from three-point range. Free throw shooting continued to be strong for Northwestern Oklahoma State, 20 of 22 from the line for the game, 90.9%. 13 of 19 from the free throw line for Ouachita, 68.4%. Northwestern Oklahoma State came in out-rebounding their opponents by 9, and they have the rebound advantage today, 41-30. We're going to have to take the headset off, and we'll both have to talk into this one, as I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way and hand you the microphone. That one is just for things. So, Coach Dallimore, offensively just couldn't get it going tonight for your team offensively, and then when defensive stops didn't come down the stretch like you needed them.
Well, first, I want to give God all glory, honor, and praise for having the opportunity to be here today. Today wasn't our game. We got out-scrapped. They're a well-coached, hard-playing team, and we just got out-hustled. I mean, I'm just being honest with you, and I got out-coached. So that's what happened today. You can put any other spin on it. We got out-scrapped and out-hustled. You can forget offense, you can forget defense. We got out-scrapped and out-hustled. And that's basically what it came down to. Their will and desire on all the loose balls is where they got us today. I've got great kids. Today wasn't our day.
You get ready for Saturday's game against a tough Southwestern Oklahoma State. You got to put this one away and get ready for a tough one on Saturday.
Look, it's over now. Ain't nothing you can do. Game's over. You got to get ready, watch film, go over the scout report, and then hopefully we can figure it out.
Coach Dallimore, thanks for joining.
Hey, Caleb, good luck in your game tomorrow in Kentucky. Love you, bud. Bye.
Thanks to Robert Dallimore. Thanks for bearing with us as we are short a headset tonight because of our baseball broadcast. So had to do it the old-fashioned way and just pass the mic, just like old school. So that's your final score: Northwestern Oklahoma State 61, Ouachita 48. Coach Dallimore summed it up. It just wasn't their night. Northwestern Oklahoma State out-hustled and out-scrapped the Ouachita Tigers, and the Rangers come up with a 13-point victory. That'll wrap up the women's game. Our next broadcast for women's basketball will be Saturday, about 12:45, when Ouachita hosts the conference-leading Southwestern Oklahoma State University Lady Bulldogs. Thanks for tuning in. This is Chris Babb. Have a safe rest of your night, everybody, and we'll see you back at Bill Vining Arena on Saturday.